Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. How is everyone today? Hope everyone's well. Welcome to today's live vlog, which we're going to talk about various different things, including the current sort of Leroy Sane saga, the Cancelo, sort of what's happened with him. We're also going to have a quick chat about Jack Harrison and look at some potential free transfer options that are out there. So also want to let you know about some other news about Man City Fan TV and what's coming up next. So let's see what happens, and we'll have a chat about that. See if anybody actually comes onto the channel today, and I can give you more news about what's happening out there. But anyway, let's see if anyone is around today. We've got. Let's bring this up. Just mute that. There we go. Philip, hello mate. Hey, listen, how are you? Good that you're on again. Thanks for the chat today, and we'll give you more news about what happened. And Philip, I had a chat with Philip earlier today about some interesting news. Won't reveal what the news is, but he's got some. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you Blues can help him out with a very, very good cause. And I'll be pushing it certainly on Man City Fan TV, that hopefully you all will be able to go over and help Philip out with a project, which I'm sure he will announce, and I'm going to get him on the channel and he can talk all about it. But that's for maybe another day, maybe next week. Hello, Harris Khan, how are you? Dank City, hello, Andy. Azan Hassan, how much Foden worth? How much do you think he's worth? Alex Jerry, hello, Andy. Pardo Oaks, hi, Andy, you're new. Dave Blue, afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Cheddar. Chris Linley's on. How are you, mate? Simon Manny McHale. Yes, Andy. How are you, mate? Good afternoon, citizens. QM Ibrahim. Hi. John Graham. Good afternoon, Andy. Wow, they're all coming through now. Sorry. It's scrolling through. Elijah Assar. Hi, Andy. How is everyone today? Certainly weather's a little bit better here in the northwest. Azan Hassan, 40, you reckon he's worth about 40 to 60 million. I think that's probably fair, but, you know, would you say if the likes of Jadon Sancho is rumoured to be worth about 100 million? I know he's played a few more games first team level at Dortmund, but I would say English prospect would probably want more than that, and he's priceless if I'm being honest. Chris Linley, fine, thanks, mate. Alex Jerry, do you want Harry Maguire to come to City? Talk's all about that. Was it yesterday or the day before we did the Harry? Oh, yesterday we did the Harry Maguire live vlog talking about that, and went into loads and loads of, you know, big debate for well over an hour about Harry Maguire. I don't think it's so much the fee. I don't think the fee is really relevant, if I'm really honest. It's just if the rumours are surrounding his, let's say, £280,000 a week salary, that would concern me only in respect of, it's not my money, but will that annoy and disrupt the actual salary structure within the club? And you don't really want that. You know, said it yesterday, if you were Bernardo Silva and you're on 150 grand a week and just been voted player of the season, and then Harry Maguire comes in on 280 grand a week, your agent's going to have something to say about that. And you don't really want that in the club. And I really can't see City paying that type of money for a salary. Leon, mad for it. What are you mad for, mate? You're a proper mank. Mark Armstrong. All right, Andy, when's the new podcast Raw? It'll be coming out towards the end of this week or at the weekend. That's when it's done. Ian Matongo. Hi, Andy from Kenya. How are you, mate? Dave Blue. Hi, Chris Linley from Dave Linley. Sorry, I need to catch up here a little bit. There's loads of comments coming through. Pardo Oaks, have you been watching the goings on at Anderlecht? I haven't, mate. Why? What's been going on? I've been busy with work today like mad. And then I've been doing a load of filming for the channel for the new thing that's coming up, and I'll talk about that later. Wayne D, Daily Mail reporting a 2-year Champions League. But yeah, I mean, if I read that first thing this morning about 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock this morning, and it was just regurgitating. I mean, I straight away, as soon as I saw the headline, I thought, who's the author? Who's the journalist? And it was a nobody. It wasn't even like it was, you know, your Martin Samuel saying anything. It was just it was regurgitated stuff. It was an opinion based and using words like hold in front of the CFCB or hold in front of UA. I mean, it was garbage, absolute garbage. I won't pay any attention to it whatsoever because there's absolutely nothing new in there that hasn't been said months and months ago. Sine Manny Matt Hale, it's now up to Phil how much he's worth. All in his hands, totally agree. Cheddar, Rodri, Wikipedia has been changed to Manchester City as his current club. I wonder which cheeky bugger's done that. It wasn't you, was it, Cheddar? Sane not going anywhere, reports are saying, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about, Phil. Alex Jerry, oh, I don't know that story. Which story, mate? 44, hi Andy, when do you expect transfer activity to start? Who knows? I mean, I would have thought it's, you know, do I think that these deals potentially almost signed now? Yes. When they're going to be announced, there's going to be this hole. And I agree with many people on here who turned around and said it'll possibly with the kit launch. And it wouldn't surprise me if that is true. So they'll announce the first couple of players holding up the new shirt and they can do everything as one. And plus then bring in pictures of all the other players and things like that. So I'd be surprised if it's not sometime next week. English Mastiff, we need Harry Maguire. Our homegrown influx in English quota is low. Really? I'm on about Harry Maguire. I know what you're saying. Martin Oswald, good afternoon, Andy. Hope you're good, pal. What have I missed? Nothing. We've just come on only about 7 minutes ago. We've not really got deep into it. Just sort of saying hello to everybody. Loads of people on here right now. Scott Williams. Yeah, Angelino would be classed as homegrown. Yeah. Azan Hassan, your opinion, who should replace Werner? Let's say, well, I'd still like Ndombele if Rodri doesn't come. I think the Rodri thing is pretty much done and dusted, if I'm being honest with you. But I said on all the videos I've done before, Ndombele was my #1 choice. But that's not to decry away from Rodri's abilities. He looks incredible. Pardo Oaks, Otamendi to Atletico, quite possibly. It's all that was the initial rumor about 2 weeks ago that there was the possibility of him maybe going somewhere like Atletico. Nothing has really happened. There's been no real transfer speculation since then. Nicholas Simmons, Andy, Man City full 100 from Trinidad and Tobago, City for Life. Welcome to the channel, mate. Sam Football Channel, do you like Grandad Tumble? I have no idea what that means, Sam Football Channel. Chris Baker, hey Andy, hope you're well, mate. I'm very good, buddy. How are you? Brandon Wallace, the reason Cancelo is taking so long to pack his bags is because he's trying to bring Dybala with him, you reckon? Do we need him if Sane stays? English Mastiff, Scott Williams, yes, but we only have one spot vacant for our 17 foreign player quota. That's Vinny's. Sine Manny Hale, I reckon Maguire will get better under Pep. There's no doubt in that whatsoever. And I defo think he's got future captain written all over him if it works hard and gets settled in the dressing room. We know Pep improves every single player. That is without a shadow of a doubt. So he will get better, definitely, if he comes. And that is not my issue with Maguire. I think Maguire is a decent player. He's English. He can play out from the back. He's big and strong, good in the air, etc., etc. My only concern is the rumours, not about the fee, because I'm not bothered about the fee, but the wages. Now, if the wages are realistic to what some of the other, big players at City are on, outside of the likes of your De Bruyne, your Aguero, etc., then fair enough. But if he starts hitting that £280,000 a week bracket, that's putting other players' noses out of it. Hello, Gary Deneen. How are you? Good afternoon, Ocean Rage. Alex Jerry. What was that? Sorry. I didn't know we talked about Maguire being offline. No problems, mate. It's fine. Go and have a look at the video we did yesterday. We spent, oh God, well over an hour talking about Maguire and the salaries and everyone's opinions of if they didn't want Maguire, who they would have, who they'd rather go for. I don't really read the Daily Mail that much, but apparently now City are on the brink of being kicked out of the Champions League, but they're around the story about 6 times. Yeah, if you read it, mate, it's just, it's regurgitated garbage. There's nothing in it, you know. And I think the author actually says at one point that charges were supposed to have been brought a month ago, yet we've still heard within days, but nothing. That was a month ago, and nothing. There's nothing in it. Kiam, hi Andy, happy Tuesday to you, mate. At Brandon, funny guy, English Master Foden, the new Gaza. He could be anything. He could. I mean, you only have to look at Pep Guardiola when he talks about Foden, just how excited he is about him. We're talking about the best coach in world football, who was coached and made brilliant players of some of the best players we've ever seen, and he gets really excited about this, you know, young kid at City. So. Andy, 34 degrees too hot. Yeah, I mean, I was in Germany last week and it was like 29, 30 on one day, and it was like, bloody hell, and it was humid and muggy. 34 degrees now in, you know, the end of June. David Marks, hi, how are you? We set the pace. Rodri is a City player on Wikipedia. Somebody's just mentioned that. I wondered whether it was Chadder as the one who's gone on there and actually changed it and said that he's a City player now. Mrigan Shah, hi Andy, mate. What we talked about, yeah, just joined in. Nothing, mate. We've just been sort of doing introductions. A few people have been asking some questions and things. It seems to be always the format. We've got a few things we're going to talk about quickly, but you get loads of questions, and that's perfectly fine. That's what we want. We'd rather sort of interact with you than, you know, just listening to me droning on. David Marks, is Maguire always cracked up to be? I mean, I don't know. I'll ask you the question. Like I said, we've all got our own personal opinions on Maguire. I gave mine yesterday on the live vlog we did. But I'm sure there were lots of people on here who actually rated. The Apollo, Rodri, Cancelo, Angelino all needed if Danilo goes, but we lose Otamendi as well. It's Vinny, who else at centre-back next year? Sandler, Garcia on new signing. Are you seen anything on centre-back? Nothing certain yet. Nothing certain yet with regards to outside of the Maguire rumours. There's no, I can't, oh, right, okay, I'll say it straight up, and this is just my personal opinion. I might be totally wrong, but if we lose Otamendi and Danilo goes, then obviously Rodri, Cancelo and Angelino, we've got two full-backs there and a central defensive midfielder. That's perfectly fine. That'll what we need, basically. Vinny's gone, Otamendi gone. That means that ideally we could replace them with two players. One of them, I think if we got Maguire in, there'll be no other centre-back comes in. I think we can use Fernandinho there. And in cup games and things, we've got Garcia and Sandler. Do I think Garcia and Sandler will be first-team regulars for the Premier League next season? No chance. Absolutely no chance. And I'll put my neck on the line. And if I'm wrong, you can all come and shoot me down. I'm talking about Premier League regulars next season. Absolutely no chance. Cup competitions, fine, no problem. If you look at the video I did on potential lineups the other day, I had Garcia in there in cup competitions. But a starter in the Premier League next season, those two, Sandler or Garcia, no chance. I'm not saying they wouldn't start maybe the odd game, but regular starter, no, definitely not. Mrigan, Andy, I just saw as well that Rodri's, somebody else just, that's like 3-4 people have just said the same thing, Mrigan. It seems that maybe that's a social media thing. I don't know, maybe somebody's playing around. Who knows what it is, but yeah, I think Chadder was the first one to say it on here. Maybe he's the one who's gone on Wikipedia and changed it to Man City, because anyone can go on there. Go on there and change it to United. Go on, one of you, go on Wikipedia and change it to United. Jay Snap, hi Andy, how are you? Sam Football Channel, who do you think is better, Stones or Maguire? Personally, for me, Stones. I like Stones. I think he's a class player. Just having a bad time at the last 6 months. Usman, another Usman, Rodri. Okay, Usman, Rodri. Yeah, everyone keeps saying Rodri is a City player on Wikipedia. Somebody go over there and change it now. Put Man United under it. Maguire is good, but Stones is better. I agree. Dragon Meat. Hi, Andy. Do you think Maguire is confirmed? I don't think anything. I'm not from right before I came on here. Something might have been posted. I don't know. If nothing's come up on my phone or anything like that, so I haven't heard anything on Maguire being confirmed. And I doubt it'll be today. Rip off. Well, rip off. Are you talking about his price or his salary? Allegedly. Rodri kit number is 33. Where's that come from? Where have you got that one from? Mrigan? Pep will make Maguire amazing. Trust him. Well, I trust Pep with every player. Absolutely every player. And I've got no problems. I said it before. I've got no problems with Maguire coming. None whatsoever. I think he's a decent player and he'll only get better. My only concern is if those rumours of his salary are true. That I don't like. Really don't. Benignism. Hello, Andy. How are you doing, mate? I'm very well. How are you? We set the pace. Rodri, 33. Jesus, old number. Yeah, but where's that come from? Is that on Wikipedia as well? Somebody put, oh, Jesus is now number 9, so is he's up for? Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll put Rodri's now a Man City player, and I'll give him Jesus's number. Is that Wikipedia? Sai says 51 watching on 1 like. Come on, lads, do your bit. Thank you, Sai, for mentioning that. Give it a thumbs up if you want to. No problem if you don't. Roberto Blondie, afternoon, everyone. How are you? Jason, I will go for Michael Keane and Angelino to fill the homegrown requirements. Angelino, yeah, definitely. We all know how great he was, potentially wise. Michael Keane, not for me. Blue Heart, Andy, do you think this week's... I'm all... Well, I keep saying... I said it last week, I thought it'd be this week, but I've got a feeling it might be next week. But they might surprise us. Might be tonight, might be tomorrow. Who knows? You know, it'll be done when it's done. Dance City, do you think we will use 3-5-2 more often next season of Cancelo and Mendy play? That's one of, well, if you saw the video I did about the formation lineup, I did do a 3-5-2 formation with Mendy and Cancelo in there and saying, look, this is an option. And yeah, I mean, we've played well, actually, when we've played the 3-5-2 system. Will he start off with the 3-5-2? Who knows? I think what we might see, and I said it on the video, we might see in the pre-season tour, albeit not everyone's going to be there, he might just trial it. He might trial a 3-5-2 again this season because hopefully in the pre-season tour, whoever's going to be signed, hopefully will be there as well. So Mendy should be back. If we do get Cancelo and Maguire or whoever, you might see in the pre-season games, you might see him just to play the odd game or the odd half or something like that, just to trial it and see. Who knows? Hi, mate. Hi, Shay. How are you? Rubto Blondie. Yes, Blue Art. I'm doing medical now. Top 4 next season. Your prediction? Good question. City first. Liverpool second. Chelsea third. Tottenham fourth. There you go. That's my top 4. Kiam says, some City fans going mental on Twitter about Maguire. How can they not trust our owners and management team? Absolutely. I mean, you know, Cheeky and Varane and Pep, an amazing trio. They've worked together for years and years and years. And trust me, I'd rather, if Pep Guardiola, Cheeky, Bergerstein and Ferran Soriano want Maguire, I'm going to trust what they think over somebody hiding behind some sort of picture on Twitter. Crazy. Absolute madness. Like I said, the only thing that concerns me, and I don't think it's true if I'm honest with you, is the salary. And that's only because I just think it potentially will rock the boat with a few people. But other than that, if City pay 80 million, 90 million, it's irrelevant. Irrelevant for me, the price, even though I don't like us being seen to be ripped off. It's the salary, that's the only thing. And if Pep wants Maguire, you know Maguire's going to get better. That's a fact. I met Foden at McDonald's in Stretford. Really nice guy, respectful, polite and humble. Well, that's good to hear, seeing as I was a young kid. Scott Williams, EM. I think we will ship out a couple of players to free up space in our European quota for the likes of Rodri. We're going to have to, I think peripheral players will definitely go. I think the likes of potentially Delph will be gone. Anyone know how much the new shirts are going to be on the launch? Extra, extra, extra. I'm not even going there. I'm not a kit person, so I don't buy them. I'll be honest with you. So I have no idea how much they'll be, but you're probably looking at something similar to what they were last season, I'm guessing. I don't see the issue with Otamendi. I know City fans don't rate him. I do. I said it yesterday on the video. I've got no problems with Otamendi, none whatsoever. I hope he stays. And would I be disappointed if we had Stones, Laporte, Otamendi as our three main centre-backs with cover from Garcia and Fernandinho next season? No, I wouldn't bother me in the slightest. Not at all. I'd be more than happy going into next season with those three as our main three centre-backs. Blue Heart. Fernandinho can play as a false centre back. Yeah, he could do. Like I said, if you look at the video I did on the formations in the 3-5-2, I put Fernandinho as the sort of centre back with Stones and Laporte either side, or you could add Walker in there. So fake news. Sane should come out and say if he wants to go or stay. Paul Dickey, he's not going to. If you do that, basically what you do is you weaken your position, which as soon as I've read through these, I'm just going to talk about a couple of things that were in addition. I mean, the Sane thing's the Sane thing, but just a couple of other points that were in there that might be influencing the whole thing. Hi, mate. Hi, J6547. Dan Rodri's been changed to Man United on Wikipedia. Well done, whoever done that. Well done. The next podcast should be coming out later, at the end of this week or at the weekend. Heard somewhere that Newcastle is looking for Arteta. Yeah, well, any jobs that come up, Arteta's going to be linked with. I mean, there was a whole issue with Arsenal, but I'd be surprised. I'd be very surprised. You know, Newcastle at the moment are just a basket case of a club. Why would you want to go somewhere there? Why would you want to try and be the manager of somewhere like there at this moment in time when you don't even know what the ownership is going to be and things like that? I could see the links with Arsenal, and I don't know whether he actually had any formal chats. There were rumours of chats with him, but I don't know whether it was true or not. But you can see that the link, he had a link with Arsenal. I think Pep wants him to stay at City and continue his development as assistant coach, so I can't see anything. Craig Carter, what was that? Andy, if you don't mind my asking, what was your reasons for leaving Manchester for Chester? Just curious. That's fine, mate. Well, I didn't actually live in when I moved to Chester. I didn't actually live in Manchester per se. I lived in Milnrow, in Rochdale, and when I met my wife, she had a house there, and I moved in with her. We sold that, and then we bought another house. The area was becoming not great, and obviously my kids are mixed race and things like that. When they were very small, and my wife around that area, there was lots of racist comments and things like that, which obviously you can imagine what I was like. I was straight out the door looking for whoever it was and whatever else, and I just didn't want them to go to school there, I'll be honest with you. So yeah, we moved to this area 15 years ago. So better schooling, I mean, beautiful area and things like that. So that was the reason why I moved. Simple as that, really. So all for the kids at the end of the day, and just a far better lifestyle. Vidya, Ray explained yesterday that Sandler will be non-homegrown playing next season as well as Gabriel Jesus. We need to sell 2 non-homegrown players. Company is 1. Another will probably be Mangala. Philip Shore, one of the main assets of having Pep is we can buy cheaper players and he turns them into world-class stars like Sterling, Maguire. It will be awesome under Pep. When's the next episode of City Fan TV? Scott, don't worry, I've just said it about 3 times, but you're fine because I understand people are jumping in. It's going to be towards the end of this week or at the weekend. That's when it's coming out. So I spoke to Rob yesterday. It's going to be different this time. He's going to be interviewing the different flip side of, if you saw listen to the first episode, it was proper old school City fan. This time he's interviewing the younger generation and seeing the difference of thoughts about City and everything else and how they view Man City. And so he's going to get the younger perspective. So it's going to be really, really interesting. I can't wait to listen to it when he sends it to me, whenever it's recorded, sometime this week. So it'll be out later at the week, Friday or over the weekend, or it could even be Monday. Everything is in Rob's hands. I don't run that side of it. Roger has been changed to breakfast. Very good. Hey, somebody else come up with somebody come up with something on Wikipedia. Hi, Bernard Deneen. How are you? Brilliant. Well, let's see how let's see how many clubs. Can you change? I don't know. I've never changed anything on Wikipedia, so I've no idea. Can you give his profile? Change his profile to I don't know. Who can we make his profile that he used to play for? Let's do this, and if anyone says, say it's Andy from Man City Fan TV made me do it. Brilliant. I love it. You people are so funny. Boston Blues. James Johnson, Boston Blues chilling out in lovely little town of Parga. Enjoying your blogs. Keep up the good work. Thanks very much, James Johnson. If you're free, go on Wikipedia and go and give up. Oh right. Oh, you were joking, you bugger. I thought you were being serious. Somebody go on there and change him to something else. Change Roderick to Salford City. Yeah. Can you do live cast for friendlies, especially if they're really morning hours? Would be good to have some company watch. You mean a watch along? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, that's the plan. We have got somebody lined up to be doing watch along. So it's not something I would normally do. I'd prefer to go to the games and things, but maybe I might pop in and out of a few, and or maybe to kick them off and whatever, or I might do them with somebody else. But yeah, might do something like that. But that's definitely in the pipeline. I've got somebody who wants to do the watch along, so I still need to chat to them about that, and there's still a lot of things to organise, and technical issues and things like that we need to iron out. So maybe I might even kick them off and then pass it over to somebody else so they can sit and watch it and whatever. And then if anything goes wrong, you can just blame me and not the other person. We can change his profile picture. Oh, can you? Go on, dare you? Change it to something. If all else fails, we can always push Edison as a defensive midfielder. I just want one game where we actually see Edison playing in midfield or something like that. That would just be, and I know people will say, look what they said after the Burn game, you're taking the piss and all this lot. I mean, if we did that, we really would be taking the piss. Andy just signed for City as our new first choice. 3'1" inch keeper. It must be true. So I read it on Wiki. Friday, Annie. Man City Sunny transfer. Bernard Deneen, like Panga, that hill climb through the town. Very good for you. Jay, years. Bernard Deneen, when are we having a sleep along? Hey, maybe we'll do that one night. Can you imagine? My wife would have to be away with work or something like that. I might kick my kids out and let Will go to his girlfriend's and Ralph goes somewhere else, and then you can all pal around here. Siege Scenes, change his pit to pop. Yeah. Somebody please do this. If you've got access to Wiki now, please do it. It'd be amazing. Absolutely brilliant. Talk about Mahrez win, please. Mahrez win? What, the Algeria? Did Mahrez win something? Or you talking about Algeria? Shay, Andy, do we know who's playing in Vincent Company's City Legends with? Not yet, mate. No idea. Depends who turns up. Who knows? I'm sure he'll want the likes of Joe Hart back and Zabaleta. He might even get the likes of, obviously, Yaya Toure. He'll get Clichy and other. He'll get some of the players, but I mean, it could be anybody, couldn't it? So we'll see nearer the time. Good man, Bernard. I will cut the grass for him. You can do the barbecue. Hey, you can do some painting as well if you want. That's another thing I'm normally doing before I come on here. No, we're kicking you and your kids. Kicking me and the kids. I want you just all of you and I'm not here. That's not very nice, is it? Edison should play midfield in video. Hey, what a great shout. What a brilliant shout. I can't see him doing it though, can you? Because it's during the season and, I'm not sure Pep would be too pleased. Party Andy's out but the flag. It's one of these things, and it's social media things that get out of hand, and suddenly I'll have like a queue of like 100,000 people all down the road. Party Andy's. Hi Andy, hi Bride Gardner. Hi Andy, what are your thoughts on the top 3 City signings since Mark Hughes era factoring in value for money? Oh, that's something you would have to I'd have to think about off the top of my head. It's not one. It's a great question. Brilliant question. One I'd have to sit down and think about rather than on a live vlog, because otherwise I'm going to sit here for 5 minutes going, oh, what about him? Was he worth bet more than him? But that's a brilliant question. Tell you what, post that below this video when I put it back up on the channel live. Post that same question. I'll have a think about it, and when I'm next on the vlog, I'll answer the question. But that's a great question. Thank you for that. Love it. Plays for Bradford City, shirt number 69, and plays central midfield for United. I'd love to see Dzeko. Oh yeah. I mean, there's the Dzeko Kolarov. You know, I think if Dzeko comes, then Kolarov comes with him. So down to business. What about Sane? Yeah, just quickly go. Won't be a second with that one. Gorbridge would have kittens if all his transfer predictions were changed on Wiki to United. Love to Shawnee Wright. Yeah, another one. What are you expecting for this Charity Shield game against Scousers? Same intense. Absolutely. All out to win, Craig Carter. Thoughts on us buying 35-year-old keeper? And I'm low fortunate to something like that. Yeah, I mean, I said it on the video. I said it on the live vlogs I've done before. I'd be very surprised if Riesco isn't the third choice keeper, because these rumours are he wants to learn under City's goalkeeping coach to become a coach. So you want somebody there as a third choice who is really not bothered about playing anymore, unless it's absolutely desperate. I think Bravo will be number 2. I think Edison 1, Bravo 2, and this Riesco is 3. And the likes of Grimshaw, Stefan and Muric potentially go out on loan and get some proper game time. So I personally think it's the right thing. Anyway, on to the Sane thing. Just quickly, just a couple of other articles I was reading this morning, if I can find it here, was about Sane. I mean, we've done the Sane thing to death and we don't know what's happening and blah, 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 blah. But just a couple of points that came out of the Sane thing I thought was quite interesting. And there was an article that was in Build, and they seem to think that Bayern keep pushing this whole thing about, you know, they're still interested, but they seem to think that they're not actually interested anymore, and they realise that they're not going to get Sane. But then they go on to blame the glamour friend for the likely transfer failure, and they're talking about, you know, his long-term partner, you know, the mother of his child, saying that she prefers to stay in England, and that after they'd earlier claimed that she was in a power struggle with the City star's mum. So, well, I mean, what's true in what Bill are saying or not? I can't say it's or not. I mean, it could just be total rumour, but basically this is a German media outlet, a big media outlet, saying that Sane's girlfriend, partner, has been in a bit of a power struggle with his mum, who was his agent. We then heard, and I told you on Man City Fan TV the other day, that Sane is looking for a new agent. Now, has that been pushed by his partner? Who knows? Who knows what the truth is? But the next thing, which I think was quite interesting, and this is why there might also be a bit of a delay in something, is that it says he wants to become a regular. Sane has claimed he wants to be a regular. He wants a guarantees, or certainly promises of starting, which is fine and fair enough. Obviously, we know his contract runs out in June 2021, and he'd get a big increase on his salary, and he'd obviously get a longer extension on his contract. But there's also one other bit of news, and that is linked with his contract, which I think is quite interesting, is that his Adidas deal is up for negotiation, or another Adidas deal is up for negotiation at the same time. So I think you've also got to factor in that point, that he wants to know where he's going to be first, and I'm sure if Adidas is going to pay him huge amounts of money every year, they want to know who you're going to be playing for. Now, Adidas being a German company, etc., or founded by Germans and things, have an association with Bayern Munich. You know, Are they influencing anything in this whole saga of Bayern Munich City, Bayern Munich City? We don't know. But if he's going to sign this new contract with Adidas, maybe there's a little bit of crossover in negotiations. Now, if you add it in, if you think about those four things that I've just mentioned there over the Sane saga, because that's what it is. Bayern Munich claimed to have wanted, pay 70 million quid. City clearly went, piss off, no chance, you're not getting it for 70 million quid, and we're still in negotiations for a new contract. So City look like they've pushed the, to Bayern. No, he ain't going anywhere. Obviously, that doesn't mean to say that if Sane put in a transfer request, etc., then there could be negotiations. But Sane, by all accounts, has come out and said that he doesn't want the media scrutiny in Germany because he's a German player, etc., etc. He likes it in England because he doesn't get as much. No, this is the Adidas deal. This is what I'm saying. There's a deal on the table for Adidas to sign this deal, which goes like hand in hand, or the timing could be hand in hand with let's say if he went to Bayern Munich or he signs an extended contract at Man City. So they're basically saying, let me just bring it back up again. And a big rise in his salary and also an expected Adidas deal. So that's what Bild are claiming. So maybe Bild are German inside information on sponsor contracts as well. So if Adidas are going to offer him a huge deal, is that something that is potentially delaying any decision? Now, if he's got to find a new agent, that could be delaying it. If the agent are now turning around and trying to deal with the Sane saga, does he really want to go to Bayern, or does he really want to stay here? And if he does, then they've got to start negotiating with City. But he's going to need this agent first, if the rumours are true. It seems like, according to Bild, his girlfriend or partner, the mother of his child, wants him to stay in England. His mother, there seems to be a fallout, by all accounts, according to Bild, between his mother and his girlfriend, which doesn't help things off the field. So if Sane wants to stay, he knows he'll get a bumper deal at City. He knows he'll get improved terms, and he knows he'll get probably 3 years on top of his, or 4 years even, on top of his 2 year that he's got left till 2021. But if they throw this Adidas deal, if he's in negotiations with Adidas, which no doubt his agent, whoever that will be, will have to be involved in this. Do they want to tie everything together? And are Adidas, one, pushing him to maybe go towards Bayern? Or are Adidas saying, well, we need to know where you are because that will influence the type of deal we're going to give you. So just something else. It's like it's constant every day. It seems to be like grenades are being thrown by the likes of Bild and everyone. Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's with Nike. I'm saying Adidas have been offered potentially, according to Bild, are offering him a contract with Adidas. Not that he's with Adidas now, but they are offering him a contract with Adidas. So is that creating problems? Who knows? I don't know. I'm only giving you information of what Bild are saying about it. So that's the Sane thing. And I don't know. Who knows? I mean, we don't know what's happened, and we don't know what's true. And that's the thing. I won't like to say one thing or another because it could be garbage. It could be absolute nonsense. But this is a big, major national newspaper, sports newspaper, that are talking about these things with his girlfriend and Adidas and fallouts between, his girlfriend and his mum and whatever it might be. But we'll see. I just thought I'd mention that because you can now start to see that it seems with the Sane thing, it's not just a simple, do you want to go to Bayern or do you not? Do you want to stay at City or not? It seems like there's so many other layers to this whole thing, if they are true. So I think this is going to run on. I really do, and I really did want it to. I wanted it to be resolved with Sane because I really hope he does stay, gets his head down, and make him a future Ballon d'Or winner. Riyad Mahrez 26 talk. What do you want me to talk about? He scored a deflected goal. Oh. They won 2-0 against Kenya. Kenya. No disrespect to those who are from Kenya on here, but they're hardly up there in world echelons of world football. 2-0 win against Kenya, and he scored a deflected goal. What do you want me to say? Great, well done. He scored a goal. He was captain, and they won 2-0. You tell me what I don't know, Nassi. I don't know what you want me to say. I really don't. Hi Andy, how are you? Kevin Molan, very good, mate. Mahrez is class, says English Mastiff. Mahrez is good. I hope he does really, really well next season. I'm so desperate for him to do well, trust me. Martin Horsfield would love Sane to stay, but he needs to improve and also make a decision quick as long as we have his unsigned or lower. Exactly, Martin, spot on. It's, yeah, and I said it, I think 2-3 weeks ago in a video I did, the longer this drags on, if we lose Sane, do we need a replacement on that left? Who knows? Glamour friend, that's what they called him. Maybe it was a translational thing. Sacco Nastro Diaz. Yes. Don't know what that is. Whatever yes is to what. Sorry, there's been loads of comments while this is the problem, you see. People want me to get on and talk about these things, and when I start talking on them, I come back and it's like 40, 50, 60 comments that I've got to try and troll through, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. I've got to catch up. I don't want to miss anything because I got accused yesterday of not reading everybody's out. Ivor Anthony, how are you? Just on, pal. I'm very well, thank you, mate. Do you see Mane will do a lot this match? Mahrez talk about a bit. Do you see Mane will do a lot in this match? And Mahrez talk a bit about. What do you want me to talk about Mahrez? What talk about what? I don't understand. People keep saying Mahrez, and it's like, what do you want me to talk about with Mahrez? Senegal will win. Are we talking about what's going on in the African Cup of Nations just going on now, or what the name of it? I've not seen anything. I saw the goal, the Algeria goals. Team game. Pep plays a team game. He doesn't like individual players. Not playing as a team. Has Mahrez and Sane stance. Agree with that. Yeah. Talk about Algeria versus Senegal and Mahrez. I've no interest in it whatsoever. I'm sorry. I have no interest in it whatsoever. It's about City. So, Mahrez, what do you want me to say, Gringo Diaz, about Mahrez? I saw the goal. Like I said to you, Algeria beat Kenya 2-0. Mahrez scored a deflected goal. What is it to talk about? Oh, he was the captain. Good win. Great 3 points. Move on to the next game, whatever it is. I don't know much about Algerian football. Diaz, go on to Diaz English. Go on and see him on Twitter or his YouTube channel. He's the absolute perfect guy to talk about Mahrez and talk about Algeria and African football and North African football and those type of things. I don't know much about it, I'll be honest with you. CH Scenes, yes, he is with Nike. Algeria is more power. Okay. BRB on the phone to my lad, no problem. Algeria are good though, to be fair. Yeah, I'm sure they are. He said that, but they will not win the beast. He's with Nike. Yes, I know, I've already said that. Hi, Julie Dolan, how are you? Welcome to the madhouse today. It's like a madhouse. Andy talking about Algeria and Senegal. No, I'm not talking about Algeria and Senegal. I have no interest in Algeria and Senegal. Go on DS's_English. Go and follow him on Twitter. And Dean does his YouTube channel all about Algeria. So go and follow him. Much better than asking me to talk about Algeria because I know nothing about it. However, I'll tell you where's a little link here. I said to you at the end of this video about free transfer options. And I'll come to that. Just stay on the channel just shortly because I'll be going shortly and I'll just talk about these. And one of them is an Algerian, so you might be interested. And I hope that satisfies you, that we've got a bit of Algerian and whatever into the channel. Blue Art, does this mean Alison's trying to get a move to buy with huge money deals? Well, this was my point. I mean, I don't know whether that's true or not, but that was my thinking when I read it about the Adidas thing. I'm thinking, they're big in Bayern Munich and they're this and they're... Are they trying to put a spanner in the works? Are they trying to say, look, you come to us, we'll offer you this. We'll double your Nike deal, or we'll do... I don't know. You know how these things work. So that's why I thought I'd pass you that news. Dunlop and Kohler are thrown there in the ring. Bring on the season, pal. Rob Beard, absolutely. Ivan and he's just finished another 48 hours. Another one. Jesus Christ, you get banned. You get banned every week, so you miss 2 days every week. The amount of times you get banned. Say how Mahrez is the best. Good dude. Mahrez is the best. He's just the most amazing player I've ever seen in my life. I think actually he should. I think we should sell Sergio Aguero, sell Raheem Sterling and Leroy Sane, and just play Mahrez up front on his own. I just think that'd be amazing. There you go. Algeria. Yeah, Algeria, just the greatest international football team I've ever seen in my life. The football they play makes Pep Guardiola's Man City just look like Accrington Stanley. They are incredible. Algeria are amazing. There you go. All that needs to be said. They played Iceland next week. They play Aston. Do you think City should drop the FA Cup and carry a bad cup like LFC? So you think it would prove? No, I don't. No chance. Nope. I don't think that's City's philosophy. If you listen to Khaldoon, he said it already. We have this philosophy where we want to win every single game. What are you saying, Andy? Ways to say, how are you? You all right? Either Anthony Mahrez plays on instinct, Pep likes brains. So you'll get some grief for that. Thank God you can't be banned from, well, you could, but but you won't be banned by me. Hey Andy, what about the guy Bernardo Silva? He was fantastic, you know that. You mean Bernardo Silva, Frex, 2x. Yes, Bernardo Silva was player of the season last season. No problems whatsoever. Gringo, shush about Margarita. I thought you said Margarita then. I don't think Mahrez is good enough for City. Ooh, wait for the fallout of that one. You look like a thinner, younger Mark Addy with good hair. Who's Mark Addy? Samrock. Hi Andy. If unfortunately Man City is banned from Champions League because of FFP nonsense, should Man City break away? Ooh, got another big jump there. Sorry. Sorry, missed that one. Let me just find it. Should break away and ignite European Super League. Wouldn't surprise me if that happens in the future. Whether it'll happen just because of FFP, I doubt it. What's the latest? We're going to have to wait to see these new kits. Is there a date? No, nothing, Craig. These African and South American games, when do the players get a bloody rest? I know it's a nightmare. Well, you only have to look at the English players last season. You know, some of them had 8 days rest. The likes of Sterling had 10. Walker had 7. And then straight back in, and we saw the effects of that. We saw the effects of, you know, Walker in particular was knackered by the end of the season. Then we've had these bloody Nation League stupid things as well. I just wish they would have, at the end of the season, after we had the trophy parade, sent them all away on holiday and said, I'll see you at the beginning of June. Go and have 6-7 weeks off. Go and rest. Mahrez is absolutely class, technically brilliant, but needs to improve his team interaction skills. Agree. International football is dull, J Viva. I agree with that, I must admit. Shedders one high, Andy Sane not going anywhere, in my opinion. Let's hope not, Shedders. How much are season cards for Algeria? I hope that's not a question to me, Kiam. Yeah, Mahrez is good, but will his wife win a power struggle with his mother? I think, do you mean Sane, not Mahrez? Stop it, folks. Mahrez is one-trick pony, not got a footballing brain selling his head. Statue for Mahrez. Stop it. We've had one thing now. I'm going to get in so much trouble because I've been encouraging you to change Wikipedia with Rodri, and now you're going to get them. You're going to get the Mahrez fanboys all over me again. I thought I got rid of them. Mahrez blew hot and cold last season. I'm looking for a hot one. I hope so. I really do. I really do, because we've seen glimpses of brilliance, but too much sort of inconsistency. Do you think we should loan some of our academy players to the Reds to help them out? No chance. Let them drop even further. Andy, see the Liam Gallagher interview in Glastonbury. What's that about? Oh, is that about somebody I look like? Mark is that what you're talking about? Mark Addy? I'll look for that one. Mahrez cost me a few quid when he missed that pen. Bet he did. Come on, this is not Mahrez Fan TV. No, it's not. Hello, I'm back. How are you doing? No, we're good. Has Mahrez got a right foot? No. Kiam off Blue Moon. Hello. Kiam goes on Blue Moon for him. What's the update on Cancelo? Okay, the Cancelo thing, well, nothing really major. It was just the... there's the rumours, and again, the rumours were last night that... Juve sporting director Fabio Paratici met with City officials on Monday to iron out the 55 to 60 million euro buyout of Cancelo. Now, however, it basically, and this is from Tuttosport, and they said, according to Tuttosport, subject to the meeting between City officials and Paratici on Monday revolved around Cancelo, as the English outfit seemingly wished to strengthen their options at right back, with Danilo tipped to move on as part of the deal, while the Portuguese ace is valued at between 55 and 60 million euros, which we know. That seems like a far better deal for Juve, they claim, as that is a lot of money for a right back. However, Cancelo does certainly suit Guardiola's system, and they claim that should it go through, Kyle Walker's going to face some real tough opposition. But that's been disputed in some other articles to say that the actual meeting never happened. So that's Tuttosport saying that it definitely happened, sometime yesterday. Another article is turned around saying it's been denied by the club that there was ever any meeting between Cancelo and the sporting director of Juve. So take it. It's going to be it will be one of those that will just run and run and run. I think I can't remember who that came from. I'll have to find it. It's another article that's somewhere along there. So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. I think we're just going to have to sit back, just wait. And I know it's frustrating, but that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Right. I've got 5 more minutes, and then I'm going. Andy Phil Foden, under 21, wasted, mate. Not on his football wavelength. Just goes to show how far ahead he is of it. Well, I posted something on Twitter. I think Glenn Hoddle posted something saying, "I'm here watching the match, and you've got one of the best talents around in Phil Foden. And for the last 15 minutes, he's touched the ball once. Now, why aren't England and Boothroyd making the ball go through as much as possible, going through the best player on the pitch, which is Phil Foden? He touched the ball. He was saying in his tweet that he touched the ball once. And for a player of his such ability, the ball should constantly be going through Foden. Because he said, I think his tweet said, he touched the ball once, played a wonderful ball through that ended up with a one-on-one and a penalty. So I think even the likes of a Glenn Hoddle, who, was an artist when it came to football, clearly saw that what you've got is Phil Foden there just being completely wasted under a manager who I think should never have got the job of the under-21 job. He's not done hardly anything in football. And coaching-wise, I mean, you can imagine. I heard something on the radio yesterday morning. Somebody, I don't know, it was a player rang in or somebody else. And they turned around and said, can you imagine Boothroyd trying to teach, set plays and intricacies of this, that and the other to the likes of a Phil Foden when day in, day out he's being taught by Pep Guardiola? What would Phil Foden listen and learn from A.D. Boothroyd? So it's true, and I hate to sort of be nasty to Boothroyd, but I ran to under 21s look clicky, mate. Too many pals on pitch. Yeah, you get that bit of feeling. I don't think we had that under 17s in the World Cup when they won there, but they didn't. They looked like kids who just love playing football. But at the moment, you got quite few big personalities in that under 21 squad. Certainly with some of the Chelsea lot, there's, Foden don't come across that way. But anyway, for me, I think he should be elevated straight into the senior squad and introduce him, whether he plays, starts or whatever, but get him in that full England team, playing with Southgate and some better players. He would definitely not look out of place. David Marks, Boothroyd's appointment had to be Joffrey. Yeah. It's what it sounds like. It does sound like it. Agreed, and every time Foden laid the ball off, he made movement, but his team just slowly passed it back and sideways. I agree, Andy, about Boothroyd. Phil could manage the under-21s better than Boothroyd. Hoofball Boothroyd is the problem. Yeah, I mean, as I said, you've got, and even the likes of Tammy Abraham and the others, and, Calvert-Lewin and the other kids who are playing in that squad. the players that the managers they're playing for are better than Boothroyd and play more attacking, expansive football than Boothroyd. And yet, it's a shame because, you can see what Southgate's trying to do with the playing out of the back and everything else. And then you've got somebody there who, I don't know. I find it strange. It's almost like this is where you need to be. Well, your natural progression into the first team of international level is the under-21s. And if they just had a shocking tournament, appalling tournament, football-wise and results-wise, where's the progression? You'd look at them and go, who we're going to progress into the first team on performances like that? So for me, Boothroyd should be gone, and somebody else should be, somebody with real developmental skills should be taking the 21s forward under Southgate's guidance, because the first team style of play compared to the under 21s is like chalk and cheese. It's terrible. Square peg in a round hole, Malcolm Elford says. Change Rodri to the New England under 20. Good shout. I'll take the under 21 manager. Will do me. Yeah, you can have it, mate. They are put Kiam MCFC on Wikipedia. Change that. Let him be the new under 21 manager. Right, final. Said to you. So if there's some Algerians on, here's your little part for you. Rafa for the under 21. Hey, not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. I'd really like somebody younger though, if I'm being honest. But anyway, right. I just was scrolling through some other bits and pieces today of bits of news, whatever, and so I was thinking about the Rodri stuff and Maguire and Cancelo and Angelino and everybody else, etc., etc. Tim Sherwood would do a good job. Yeah, maybe. Wiki says Rodri's taking up cricket under the tutelage of Joe. Get it changed. Let's make it as funny as we can. Boothroyd is Conference League standard. Yeah, I agree. No joking, mate. Why not? Yeah, I agree. And I just came across a couple of things. There was an article talking about how City could bolster the champions by signing 2 free agents next week. And I was thinking, okay, fine, fair enough. Let's have a look at who they're thinking about. And one of them was Adrien Rabiot. And I know we've mentioned Rabiot from Paris Saint-Germain in the past. But basically, as we know, he's not played for PSG, I think, since, was it before Christmas time? I don't think he's played at all, I think, this season, or the end of last season. So he's not played now for 6 months for PSG after falling out. Now, we know he's got serious talent. Very, very good player. But his attitude isn't the best. Is that because of him or not being handled properly? Would City even think about the likes of a Rabiot? He had a falling out with Tuchel, and as we know, Tuchel dropped him from the squad completely. But he's only 24 years of age, and he's brilliant on the ball. He's very calm, very cool, very collected. Got great feet. And obviously, as we know in the past, he does have a bit of connection because as a 13-year-old, he was actually at City in 2008, I think it was. He was at City for a year before he moved on. So I thought, well, free might be. Would he upset the dynamic? Is he that much? I mean, I don't know him personally. So is he really that difficult? Would Pep not be able to iron that out? He's 24. Maybe some players grow up a little bit, later than others. I don't know. But Rabiot, there you go. A free transfer. Probably would want a nice paid payout. But when you start looking at how much, let's imagine he played for PSG this last season. And let's say he signed a 3-year contract extension, and he's playing sort of generally week in, week out. He's a class player. How much would he be on the market for if he wanted to move? I would reckon 80 million at least. City signed with linked with Everton again. All right, okay. I've not read anything about that again. So I have a feeling Rabiot has had his name blackened. I mean, look how Laporte can't get an international game, and I read somewhere it was his attitude. Who knows these days? Well, Laporte, obviously, he had say, falling out with Deschamps over the. I think the top and bottom of that was he was asked about joining the French squad and being a French international by Deschamps. At the time, he was playing in Spain. He wasn't sure whether he was going to get a Spanish passport, and if he was living in Spain and playing in Spain, he was thinking maybe that he might get a Spanish passport and play for Spain. I don't think Deschamps took kindly to that whatsoever. And then when he obviously left Spain, he didn't get a Spanish passport. He made himself available to Deschamps, and Deschamps basically turned his nose up and said, no, that's it. You know, you'll not play for me. So I don't think you'll see Laporte in the French squad until Deschamps leaves. So it wouldn't surprise me if there's a little bit of the thing with Tuchel and Rabiot and, you know, sort of making him suffer, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe he really is a difficult character. But sometimes the best players can be difficult, can't they? We know that. And does Pep need the headache? Rabiot needs the hand of Pep. Quite possibly. There's no doubt in his ability. No doubt in it. He's absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. Would he be classed as homegrown? I doubt it. I don't think so, English Mastiff. But for free, let's say he got a 15, 20 million pound signing on fee and 150 grand a year. I don't know how much he's on at PSG. But good player. Ashkid says no thanks to Rabiot. Fair enough. Roberto Blondie, I don't think she's... Kun wasn't a Pep type player. Now he is. So I just thought I'd throw that one in. I just was interested, came across it. He was on our books. Yeah, he was 2008. I don't know whether that count though. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, English Mastiff. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to say one way or the other. I don't think it would count. Now. And the other one, for those if there's any Algeria, you think it would? Okay, maybe it would. Maybe it would. But remember, there wouldn't be as a 13-year-old. I can't remember how he did spend a full season, didn't he? Sure, he spent a full season at City as a 13-year-old. Sure, I'd have to check, but I'm sure it was a full season. Anyway, it seems every player's go to... Yeah, it does. The other player, so if there's any Algerians on still watching, maybe all of them have gone now, they were talking about Yassine Brahimi of Porto. He's out of contract, having failed to re-sign with them, and he's looking for a new club. Now, he's a left winger, plays mainly on the left side of midfield or as a winger, and he's been significant since he signed for Porto. He's played 209 games and scored 53 goals. And looking at some of his stats, I mean, he's going to be free. The only problem being he's a bit older. He's going to be free, but his current transfer market is €21 million. He's 29 years of age, or just turned a few months ago, 29. He's French, Algerian, left winger. Looking at some of his stats, last season he played 49 games in total for Porto. He scored 13 goals, got 9 assists in there. So, you know, for a winger, 13 goals, 9 assists, that's pretty decent. And I thought, I'll be honest with you, I've not watched much of him. I'm sure the Algerians, if any's still on here, who obviously will know him much better. I watched a little bit of some footage of him, and he's quick and tricky and finishes very, very well. But I don't know. 29-year-old, is that really our philosophy? I don't think so. But he's on a free, and he clearly, his wages wouldn't be a huge amount. But anyway, Everton Suarez would be great. Englishman, 2008-10 at City. Really? For two seasons? I didn't think it was 2 seasons. I thought it was just 1. But maybe you're right. I just threw it out there. I thought it was just 1 year. But okay, 2000, so 2 seasons. So there you go. But anyway, just sort of round up with that sort of couple of free transfers. Can't see either happening if I'm being really honest. But I think certainly, I know a couple of people on here say no to Rabiot, but on a free, when you think of FFP, you think of outlays and things like that. I I don't think he'd be on extortionate wages. He'd want a signing on fee. And he's a very, very, very technical player, very good player. But I think if we were to get the likes of Rodri, then I don't think they'd go anywhere near him. And you'll get Brahimi fanboys asking you to talk about him every 2 seconds. I know, shouldn't have said it, should I? Yeah, loaned out, sold to PSG 2010 summer. Okay, loaned out. What, 15? He was only 13 when he was at City. So he would only been 15. He wouldn't even have signed his first pro contract till 16. So when you say English matter, when you say loaned out when and by who? Because you can't loan him out at 15 years of age if he was at City for 2 years. And he wouldn't even have signed a pro contract at 15. Depending on his age, I'm guessing. Not loaned out. So I was, okay, right, okay. I thought you just said there, yep, loaned out and sold to PSG 2010 summer. I'm thinking, well, he wouldn't have been sold. It would have been illegal to do that, and he wouldn't have been loaned out at 15 years of age. Not having that one. Get Leroy an understudy. Okay, no, not you mean Brahimi? Yeah, right. So no Brahimi talk. No, he's definitely nobody wants him. But I just sort of throw those two in at the end, and then obviously it looks like finally Jack Harrison is going to be. He's going to be going back to Leeds. I think I mentioned it on a live vlog I did a week or two ago, where he turned around and said that he really enjoyed working under Bielsa. And it looks like now City are in negotiations with Leeds United for Harrison to go back on loan again for next season. And because City are just waiting for pre-season to come back, but they're expecting it, an arrangement to be made and signed and sealed by the end of this particular week. So Jack Harrison will be back at Leeds United to develop his career. Another one who I can't ever see coming back to City and playing, if I'm being honest. I think he'll be one. We sell him at some point. But anyway, guys, Mervyn Gilmore, another great blog. Keep it up. Keep it going. Thank you very much. Just one last thing before I go. Got a new series of Man City Fan TV videos that I've been working on. I've done several interviews and things like that, videos over the last day or two. Got more coming up. After this vlog, I'm going to this live vlog. I'm going to edit the first video, put it together. And all right, Riyadh Andy, I'm off. You take care, you too. I'm going to edit and put the first video out later tonight. So it'll be, I don't know, depends. It might take me an hour or two to do it. But it's a new series of videos that we'll be doing, and you'll know more about it when you see the first video. But I hope, don't forget to check it out. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, click subscribe, say it every time, hit that bell icon below this video. That way, as soon as any videos go live, you'll be immediately notified that one is available to watch, and you'll be able to have a watch of it later. Hope you enjoy it. It's only a short video, and I promise you it is only a short video. But there's just going to be a series of videos coming out over the next week and two. And the first one will be going out later tonight, I think, if not first thing in the morning, depending on how long it takes me, what time I've got to edit it. But I hope you enjoy that. Something a bit different. And if you want to get involved, all you have to do is send me an email, mcfcfantv@gmail.com. But guys, have a wonderful day. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And as always, it's been a laugh, and you always make me laugh. And get on Wikipedia. Go tell them Andy at Man City Fan TV said to change Rodri's name and their position and whatever else. Take care. See you next time, Roberto Blondi, Algeria for world president. Cheers, Andy. All the best. See you later. Listen, take care, guys. You got banned on Wikipedia. Take care, Dank City. Have a good one. I'll be back tomorrow, but don't forget, check out later either. Don't forget, check out the part 1 of the new series on Man City Fan TV. Take care. It's Andy from Man City Fan TV. We'll see you soon. English master. See you, you lunatic.